Let's go. Fight we will. Today it is October 22nd. What is it? 2019. Oh my gosh, it is amazing how fast this month is going, this red October. And before we get going, I need to bring in my partner in justice, Shady Grooove. Shady, welcome.
It's Tuesday, October 22nd already?
Tuesday.
It's Tuesday, and it's 2019. Hello out there, Matrixxx, Patriots, and Oz. How are you doing? I hope you had a wonderful weekend.
Oh, my gosh. I had a great weekend. Sorry about yesterday. I had a few things to take care of. My bad. But I did miss you guys, and I've been kind of, keeping in touch with everything. And, boy, I tell you, I just want to start with this. And this is something that we need to really focus on, Shady. The President of the United States, the Commander-in-Chief, agreed that an illegal coup was attempted against him. Stop and understand the gravity of this acknowledgement. Do you believe nothing will happen? Do you believe no one will be prosecuted? D-class coming. Stop the coup. Shady.
Agreed. Wow. And can you see that they are focusing on the idea of he's using a word like lynching as the focal point as opposed to the word like coup?
Right. Well, who passed an anti-lynching bill, Shady?
Ms. Harris and Mr. Booker just recently passed anti-lynching legislation because of Mr. Juicy Smollett.
Here you go. Here it is right here, guys. Anti-lynching, guys. Look at this. They are afraid, folks. In the past, what was the punishment regarding a traitor? Lynching, guys.
Coincidence?
Coincidence. Here you go. Senate passes bill to make lynching a federal crime. There's Mr. Booker, panic in D.C. Wow.
So then if they're lynching the president, it's a federal crime.
Yeah.
Oh, well then I think the coup is appropriate enough then.
Wow. So we're going to get them on their own little crap, right?
It looks like he's coming around on them on all angles, man. Like he has them scratching over here in the opposite barnyard every day.
So let's look at this, Shady. 2768. This is kind of just a live dig we just did just now. This is the Fox News regarding to Jussie Smollett. Harris and Booker are applying political pressure regarding Chicago PD Smollett false flag case. What bill did the Senate recently pass regarding lynching? Who were the authors of the bill? What false flag event took place just prior to the passing of the bill? Did the false flag event involve a noose? Did the false flag event sway senators in their decision to prevent fake news attacks regarding the Smollett case? Did fake news contact many senators prior to vote seeking out pro-nay in attempt to coerce using Smollett case as foundation for possible future smear? What is the mathematical probability of these two events occurring within this same time period? What is the relationship of Smollett and Booker and Harris? Will Rahm Emanuel get involved? Will the Chicago PD cave under pressure? These people are sick. Wake up, America. Wow.
There's your president pointing you to the Q map.
There he is. There he is, right there. So,
I agree with that's a great tweet there, because we have to understand what we're looking at. We are not recognizing, the news media is not reporting. I mean, even the conservative radio media isn't reporting that this is a coup against a duly elected president. Matrixxx, if we were going to impeach a president for something about working with Ukraine, wouldn't you think that the American voters are going to go to the polls next year and make a decision of whether or not they like this?
Yeah, you would think, right?
I mean, isn't that the way we decide things, as opposed to like just trying to
I think
prosecute the chief executive officer?
I think it might even be getting even more interesting than that. I think people are starting to really see how insane these people are. And remember, Q says, never interrupt the enemy while they're in the middle of destroying themselves. Well, let me tell you, dude. I'm telling you, this is absolutely insane what's happening. And for anybody to look at this, I don't care what you want to label yourself. I mean, I'm ashamed. But you and I kind of know that this is not in the record, guys. This is a fake impeachment in the wrong area of the judiciary. It's not even of Congress. It's not even where it's supposed to be. Yeah,
they're running this in the Intelligence Committee, not the Judiciary Committee. It should be with Nadler,
right,
and not with Schiff. And we have Schiff and Pelosi both really not caring that everything that they're doing. I mean, now we have today the current Ukrainian ambassador for the president of the United States is in there under testimony right now after the president told him to not do it.
Isn't that amazing?
And they're doing it behind closed doors. And also they said yesterday that no Republican is going to get any information now, because they've been saying that the witnesses, they've not been leaking what the witnesses are saying, but they've been coming out and saying the witnesses aren't saying what they're saying. They're saying behind closed doors. So now no one's allowed information except the Intelligence Committee that was created after 9/11 per the Patriot Act to have special information are now in a closed session skiff prosecuting the president of the United States in secret.
They got nothing, dude. They got nothing. In fact, we have it all.
You can thank your Patriot Act for this fiasco. Yeah. And we got to, it's a conversation we all got to have.
And I want to remind people too, a lot of people are getting, well, I haven't seen D-Class yet. And I get that, guys. I mean, I wanted it yesterday, Shady, right? I think we all did. But remember the Q post that said next week, and then suicide weekend? Do you think that Q has told us, hey guys, next week, suicide? There are people that are actually ending up dead, Shady, that may or may not be,
dying the way they say.
Right.
I mean, like, Representative Cummings now just passed away in Baltimore, and they're showing, it looks like he signed one of these committee referrals as a chairman, and it's not his signature.
Yeah, I know.
So he may have been gone a little while longer, and a few other people too have recently met their demise.
Yeah,
that
so
it doesn't talk about.
I guess the real thing that I want to share with you guys is, look, we have it all. We know that they've been talking about Ukraine for a long time. We've been talking about Ukraine for much longer than the mainstream news, guys.
much longer.
Okay. And we're going to get into that a little bit, because I think, first of all, did you see this could be Barron Trump?
Oh, interesting. No.
Not sure. He doesn't have a blue check mark or anything, but maybe he's too young. I don't know. But that looks like it could be Barron Trump. So get over there and check him out if you want to. I also did this as well, this Why I Fight, Shady. I don't know if you saw this, but this tweet was absolutely amazing. There's 950 comments, 982 likes, 575 retweets. Why do you fight? It's a simple question. Drop below and retweet, and please follow all that comment. I mean, basically, it's truth and children, man. This is what people are after. They want for their children, and the rest, human trafficking. Those are their number one concerns for my grandchildren. Look at this, Shady. How amazing.
Very amazing. I did see this.
I mean, I have not had this much interaction with just one simple tweet. I mean, it's amazing, guys. God bless each and every one of you.
It seems like so much of what we're putting out on Twitter now is like not receiving the commentary that it was even 6-8 months ago, and large part of that is because I think that so many of the people that they're showing us as interactions aren't real people, and they're just pretending like our stuff's moving around.
Right.
So very interesting how this was able to almost get out of the echo chamber there to like so deep, much deeper of an interaction with the commentary, because the comments have really depleted on Twitter in the last 6 months. Yeah, on every tweet.
And here's the statistics. It had 95,000 impressions, 5,000 engagements, detailed expands, profile clicks, likes, replies. Look at that, 950 replies, guys.
And the 95,000 is such a shadow band number.
I bet you add a zero to that, because how do we have 1,000 comments, dude?
I agree, because it really does, like the numbers that used to be the percentages would add up if you add a zero to your impressions.
So guys out there in YouTube land, go ahead and post why you fight, and I'd love to see that. I bet it's a lot of the same reasons, guys.
Well, I mean, I agree that everyone here has to fight for the children, and we have been focused on this for so long now. But it does come back to transparency in government, Matrixxx. Yeah. I mean, that's where they're hiding all of this stuff. Is they are hiding it inside our government and protecting it with places like the DOJ and the prosecutors. So hopefully one leads to the other, right?
Yeah. And I wanted to just quickly, guys, however you want to pray, because we are really fighting evil, guys. This is Mary Flynn O'Neill praying for General Flynn in Sydney today. Father, your will be done. And he said, Abba, Father, all things are possible for you. Remove this cup from me, yet not what I will, but what you will. And that's Mark 14:13. So I thought that was really neat. This is new sources, Shady, believe that John Brennan is the focus of the Barr Durham probe. Oh, wow.
Wait, that's a blue check mark saying that they have new sources?
New sources, even though we knew it a long time ago. Did we?
Well, the new sources could be that she read keyboard.
Right? New source. Brennan should be very nervous, okay? And let's go look at that, because Ukraine... Hussein, look at
these anods out here have been watching Brennan be nervous for a little while.
Oh my God, we're sick of Brennan. Who's sick of? Hit 17 if you're sick of Brennan. 17s. Let's see him fly, guys. Look at this. Q post with Ukraine. There's 4. Shady. Obviously, we've got the Ukraine Bank of Ukraine in there, and
National Bank, right?
Right, and that's Rothschild / Gisor. Then you've got here. This is 3618 talking about the Steele connections and the dossier, guys. Hillary Clinton and the Clinton Foundation.
Why is Ukraine relevant?
Why is that relevant? Why? We've never been talking about Ukraine, have we? Huh. Look at this, guys. Mrs. Clinton. Okay. Oh, site can't be reached. Ooh, they took that article down. Yep, they took the article down.
Which article? New York Times.
Oh, it's because there's
about the charity.
Hang on. It's because I need to go like this. Hang on. Let me find it. Let me take out this.
Take out that little their little editing device, and boom.
There you go. Foundation ties. Oh, look, I can't even.
Well, you can at least. We can show the headline.
Look at it.
Well, they don't want us to have that information. This is protected information.
Bedevil Hillary Clinton's presidential campaign.
She got a real charge out of that headline.
Charge. All right. So yeah, we need the charger. All right. Look at this. So here's 9/19/18 talking about game of chess, talking about whistleblowers. Look at this. Look it. I mean, you guys.
IG whistleblowers.
Yeah. So you just can't make this stuff up, guys. This stuff is happening. We, Anons, you guys, Patriots, us, all knew that Hussein is ultimately tied to Ukraine.
Okay? He made an appearance last night.
Oh, I got that too coming up. Ugh.
Yeah.
I want to. So the Canadian dude, what's his name?
Trudeau.
Yeah, Trudeau. Eyebrows is still in. But I really like what 3 days and 3 nights said right here. And I think this is very true. I mean, hey, Canada, you do realize that your nation is a full 2 years behind the United States in the global Great Awakening? We are entering year 3. You are entering year 1. We've got your back. We are the gatekeepers of everything necessary to ensure Canada achieves freedom. I thought that was awesome.
Five.
I think that was very well done. 3 days, 3 nights. Thank you so much for that, brother.
And he may be. That's a very interesting comment. You're pointing that towards Canada, but if we could put Hong Kong, China, we could put a few things over that because Iran.
Well, look, we got Chile, we got so many, Barcelona. I mean, there's so many upheavals because the strings are being cut, guys.
Same thing with Syria, like what's going on in Syria. Did you see that they were showing all piped up on the news yesterday about the people in Syria throwing rocks at our guys leaving over there or whatever?
Yeah.
It's like you could literally look at that and tell that it's like 30 people they sent out in the street to throw rocks at a Humvee so they could get footage and put it on the news.
So they're making Syria more important than like just south of our border, El Chapo's son?
Yep.
These people are sick, dude.
The border of Syria and Turkey is more important than the border between us and Mexico.
Oh, and El Chapo testified that he gave millions to Pelosi and Schiff and Clinton. False. Nope, never mind.
Oh.
Snopes says he didn't do it. Snopes is right.
Wait,
you know.
What? Fake news, they say.
Oh my God! But you know,
enemy of the people.
So if you look at El Chapo's son, right? I mean, look at what happened here. This is the guns. You know, the Mexican government. He got away, or he was allowed to get away. These cartels use machine gun and other U.S. weapons to free El Chapo's son, guys. Now,
from what I understand,
we're worried about Syria,
and they freed him. Yeah, I mean, they have like a cartel army down there that can overtake the Mexican army, and we're worried about Syria.
Let's take a listen to what's happening right over our border, guys.
By the time this was over, there was smoke all over the city.
But we're worried about Syria. Look at that, Shady. If you go to Snopes, this is false too, just so you know.
That didn't happen.
Nope.
So you don't think that the deep state are protecting the Sinaloa criminal Mexican drug cartel, right?
And let's look at this. Let's look at this one more time. U.S. weapons, okay? Fast and Furious. I mean, are we awake now, guys? Yet?
United States Department of Deep State.
Yeah, I love that last night, right?
On Laura.
Yeah. Look at this. Here's another one. This is Mexico yesterday too. Let's check it out. Funded by your deep state, folks, to keep the drugs running, the children running. The wall is more than you know, folks.
They're trying to keep the rat lines open.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what this is all about. The wall is so much more important than you know because we're closing down the rat lines. There's no organizations out there bringing in shipments of cocaine from Central America that is outside of the purview of the intelligence agency.
That's right.
There's no one out there doing it. Like, it's just them, really. They have the, no one in that industry wants competition. So Poppy Bush, quote unquote, didn't want any competition and set it up quite well.
Right. And how far is this from the U.S. border? I'm looking it up now.
In I'm not really sure. I didn't actually look at it on the map, but let's find out.
Let's look. So
anywhere even in Mexico, anywhere in Mexico is too close.
Yeah, they're saying it's 981 miles.
So it's about halfway in the middle near Mexico City.
Yeah, and if you look at their map here, I mean, this is where they're giving me. So it's probably closer to here. But we're going all the way over here. Right, so that's okay.
Yeah, it would definitely be closer than 900 miles straight to
Yeah, as the crow flies, it's probably
it might be like 700 or
Right.
600. Wow, what an interesting map you got there, Google.
Google.
We have fake maps now today. Good morning on the Matrixxx Groove Hour. We have fake maps.
Fake maps. And so how far is Syria from the U.S. border?
It's 27 miles.
You
I bet it's close. I bet it's not as close as 900 even.
They're saying that they're not even telling me.
They're not going to give you the info. Where's the wiki?
Wiki. I mean, so look at that, guys. I mean, I don't give a rat's ass about a war that's been lasting thousands of years. Pull out, cut the strings, get them with the economy. They'll be back. Period.
You know what he said? He said in the press conference yesterday morning. The president said, he's like, I've never gotten an applause the way that I get an applause in an arena whenever I say bring the troops home.
Right. Build the wall and bring the troops home. 1 and 2.
So we go through the Trump rally and we walk and we talk to each individual person, and we should come up with like 25 to 40% of those people that say, oh no, leave the troops over there.
Right.
But I guarantee you there's not one of them in that arena that will tell you I want to leave troops in Syria that has nothing to do with the Washington bureaucratic deep state.
That's right.
No one wants to be there.
Nobody. I mean, this is insane. I mean, I don't know. So there's some positive things. This is Bryson Gray. I don't know if you guys saw him on my Twitter. What an amazing Patriot here. I actually touched base with him, Shady, and he's willing to come on the show. I'd love to have him. So he's only available on the weekend, so maybe Shady and I will just do a quick weekend record with him if you want.
I would love to.
But this is Bryson Gray. Let's just check it out real quick.
Somebody gotta do it. Yeah.
I got hit, nigga.
Yeah. Save the baby, save the baby, save the kids. Have the baby, let it grow, just let it live. Save the baby, save the baby, save the kids. Have the baby, let it grow and let it live. I'ma keep it real cause my word is all I got. Why that baby gotta suffer cause you was out here being a thot? How you out here living your life and don't want the same thing for your seed? How you go and take that life and be back out here on your knees? What if your mama aborted you? How that statement make you feel? You tell me I'm being mean, I just think I'm being real. If you say you wanna get pregnant, don't be out here busting it open. And if you gon' bust it open, then use a lifestyle of a Trojan. Save the baby, save the baby, save the kids. Have the baby, let it grow, just let it live. Save the baby, save the baby, save the kids.
I'm kind of digging it, Shady.
Let it grow and let it live.
You know,
Let me guess, you in school.
We're gonna have him on. We're gonna talk about, his awakening, if you will, what he's, thinking about. We're gonna talk about some Q posts. What a great guy, Shady. I can't wait to have him on. Bryson Gray, folks. All right, so go check that video out.
Nice.
Yeah, what a hero here. I mean, this is what we need, guys. We need people of all races, religions, creeds. I don't care what you want to call yourself.
Speaking up for the people who can't talk.
That's right. That's right. Or
that's
won't
what we're
talk,
supposed to do.
Right?
Yeah.
All right, so this is before we get into let's kind of cover the. You want to go over, let's see. We got this. So we're talking about Ukraine. We're talking about Brennan, right? So Brennan is going to be nervous, right? Brennan, we know all about Brennan, folks. This is
JB.
This is folks this is Brennan, and then there's JB's too. Okay, guys. JB was first done in 1918, guys. And this is about the Hussein cabinet. Who used the private emails? What was the purpose? Look at all these. Look, guys, we know what's happening. Why would NK allow access to ES? So what private networks did ES set up in NK? This is Five Eyes. This is the NRO. This is the Presidential Daily Briefing. Brennan was in charge of that. Briefing comes from the NRO. This is it. And Shady, did you see our president talking to the ladies in space?
I did.
What'd you think of that?
That was interesting, wasn't it?
Let's check it out.
Let's let these guys check it out.
Christina and Jessica, I would like to, if I could, just thank you. Jessica, I know that you've been doing this and you've been working hard, and Christine, I've studied your
By the way, the president just retweeted this again today.
resume. It's really incredible what you've done, what you've both done. Your lives have been incredible, and now you're in a place that, as I said, very few people will ever get that experience. You're doing an incredible job. This is a first step because we're going to the moon and then we're going to Mars.
Is he talking to the people in space because now we own space? Like the NRO is out. You feel me?
Yeah, like the strings are cut, or Corona offline, or
Big Bird, or whatever you want to do.
Big Bird, right? Mm-hmm.
Very interesting. I found that.
I can tell you one thing: the deep state seems to not have very accurate talking points any longer.
No, I mean it's just getting out of hand.
They're off the mark with what's really happening in the world.
So Barack Obama meets Robert De Niro for dinner in Manhattan, and I'm sure this will be done without bias. They're going to make a movie about Trump's impeachment. That'll probably be fair, right?
Yep, they'll be doing it in real time.
I mean, doesn't De Niro want to punch Donald Trump in the effing face?
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, I mean that guy has been unhinged like mad for the last 3 or 4 months.
Right.
Like unhinged.
That's right.
Like I think there was a tape just came out of him screaming and yelling at his daughter or something, or maybe no, it was an employee that's outing him. That's what it is. One of his assistants, who's been with him for like 20 years, is outing him and talking about that, how degrading and demeaning he was to her and all women. And it's just interesting who the left protects.
That's right.
These people that stand up, like Alec Baldwin, for instance. Look at the tapes on that guy and the way he's talked to his child. Matrixx, you're a father. You ever talk to your child like that?
No.
It's like this unbelievable language that you would use to maybe, get into a back and forth, a heated discussion with a grown up about maybe, but to use that language towards your children.
I know.
And
I treat my daughter like she's a person. Always have.
And that's part of what's that's part of the deterioration of our society right there, is that we've forgotten the respect for our youth.
That's right. I agree 100%. My daughter had a date at another high school homecoming. Oh my God, I was a wreck this weekend.
Whoa, that's huge.
Oh, help me.
Did you go with?
I wanted to. I had her tailed though.
Tough stuff.
Yeah.
You're paying off her friends to watch her.
We had five eyes, watching her. Oh my gosh! So
Matrixx called in a favor.
She was actually she's a good kid. The boy was very nice too. So spoke to the parents, but it was rough on me.
It's gonna happen. It can happen to the best of us.
My gun collection is nice and clean though.
I was going to say that it's usually the best time to make sure you're getting into the bluing your gun to get it all like make sure
it's all nice and shiny clean, right?
I know that all those fathers of girls that I went to visit, they definitely made their point well.
They had clean guns too?
They definitely did, and I understood what it meant. That was the old days.
Let's listen to this. This is our president.
We're bringing our troops back home. I got elected on bringing our soldiers back home.
You
now,
sure
it's not
did.
very popular within the Beltway because, Lockheed doesn't like it, and these great military companies don't like it. It's not very popular.
What companies?
Outside the Beltway. My largest cheer in Dallas, I had 25,000 people close in that arena, a record crowd. I had so many people outside of the arena, thousands. My largest cheer that night was two things.
Yep.
We're building the wall. That's number one. And number two, and probably tied for number one, was we're bringing our soldiers back home.
High five.
Here in Dallas, great place. Great state, Texas. Tough state. They're tough. When I said we're bringing our soldiers back home, the place went crazy.
Wow.
But within the Beltway, people...
Not so much.
Because Northrop Grumman and all these people. So you remember that
Lockheed.
All of those military industrial complex companies,
Kellogg, Brown, and Root,
they're all SAPs, guys, leads to the NRO.
Mm-hmm. And they all opened their access to China. More than likely, every one of them did.
That's right. All right, so I thought that was
probably
really
because
good.
They were instructed to by the administration, but they did it.
Right. I want to show you guys this. This is a little trailer that Down the Middle did. Check that out. Got you, Army. Worldwide. Boom. What do you think of that, Shady? Wow.
Oh wow, very good.
Pretty good, right? And I want
my goodness.
I want to go ahead and play this one more time because
I had to go retweet that. I didn't see that. This morning.
yeah. Let's check this out. Ready? I'm gonna just play this, Shady. Make sure you get this one out there too, folks.
We're putting a stop to their pillaging and their plundering and their hoaxes. The radical Democrats' policies are crazy, their politicians are corrupt, and they know they can't win on election day, so they're pursuing an illegal, invalid, and unconstitutional bullshit impeachment.
That's my president. So what is the ultimate price for treason, guys? I think our president said it just the other day, yesterday. In fact, here it is right here. This is the dirty truth. Amazing, amazing Patriot. If you are not following at AKA_real dirty, get over there and follow him. He's got the whole Hannity one-on-one with the president. If you have not seen it, this is absolutely Shady.
A wall of Q-proofs?
I mean, this was basically a rundown of the Q board, folks.
Yep. And of what's going on and what we're doing.
But Q's fake.
Oh yeah, it is definitely fake, by the way.
Yeah, Q's fake. It's all for a LARP. That's why I'm being attacked, Shady. That's why you get attacked, Shady. That's why all you guys out there on YouTube get ridiculed.
Yeah, because nobody cares and there's nothing to it.
That's right.
It makes a lot of sense.
That's right. It's amazing, right? Because it's just all for a LARP. I mean, look at that. There is no pressure. They're trying to hide their crimes, folks. So this is him talking about Tulsi Gabbard, who's and Jill Stein.
Wasn't that interesting?
They're Russians now.
On her?
Yeah.
He's like I don't know who she is, but I know she's not a Russian asset.
I mean, this is how crazy these folks are.
But it's awesome. Like Hillary came out and said that she's a Russian agent.
I know. Here, let's listen.
Like on camera.
They spent $45 million or something like that. They had 2,500 subpoenas, 500 witnesses, all because probably Hillary Clinton said, just like she did with Tulsi Gabbard, just like she did with Jill Stein. She said, Jill Stein is a Russian asset. Now, I don't know Jill Stein. I know her as an environmentalist, okay? And
she ain't no Russian.
A good woman. The last thing she is a Russian asset. I don't know Tulsi Gabbard, but I know one thing. She's not an asset of Russia. These people are sick. There's something wrong with them.
These people are sick. Who says that a lot?
People are sick.
Who
says that a lot.
Does he say it a lot too? Huh.
Yes, he does.
All for a LARP.
All for a LARP.
Look at
Nothing
here.
to see, folks.
Russia, Russia, Russia. Look here, not there. The real president said the fake dossier on him. He knows they wanted to get it out before the election, and this includes Ukraine, folks. Don't you guys? You guys are starting to get it, right? You guys are starting to understand. I know these people. You guys are the most red-pilled audience out there. I know you guys get it. This is the whole Mueller probe was a disgrace. It ruined a lot of lives. And you know who he's talking about there, Shady? I know one person in particular. Lieutenant General Michael Flynn, guys. Let's listen.
Yes, he is.
He didn't know that Hillary Clinton's attorney at the Clinton Foundation was on his team.
Look, the whole thing was a disgrace, and they destroyed a lot of people. They ruined their lives, and what went on was absolutely corrupt. And let's see what ultimately happens. Let's see what, because this should never happen to our country again. Let me tell you, Sean.
Yeah.
This should never happen to our country again, and this should never happen to a president again. Look, the Washington Post, which is a fake deal, the Washington Post puts out a story, I guess on Inauguration Day, a few hours after the Inauguration Day, essentially saying, and now the impeachment begins. So this was a whole thing. But one of the worst things, even before Mueller, was Strzok and Page, the two lovers, where he said, or she said, I guess he said, that she's going to win. 100 million to 1. She's going to win. But if she doesn't, we go to the insurance policy. When he said insurance policy, that means that right now is the insurance policy, okay? I thought it was over after the first ridiculous thing with Mueller. But you know what? It's a disgrace. When the Washington Post comes out and says, now it begins, now the impeachment, and you see every article is just, no matter what you do, no matter how good you're doing, and nobody's done better. We have the best economy. We have the best unemployment numbers, the best
Facts
employment
should
numbers,
matter.
we have the best of everything. We've rebuilt the military. With all of the things we've done, regulation cuts, the biggest tax cut in history, so many things. Our energy, we're energy independent now. That's why you don't see our boats being blown up over on the Gulf.
Yeah.
So there's so many things, but they won't give you a decent article. No matter what you do, it doesn't matter. It's a fix. These are dishonest people. But when they say the impeachment now begins, Sean, this was the day of the inauguration.
Wow. Wow. So then here he goes talking about wishing Hillary would have said this a long time ago. Was told about the Russians when he didn't do anything about it. He thought Hillary Clinton was going to win. It's a disgrace what's going on. All he focused was running the country. I mean, guys, this president is doing what I want him to do. Run this place like a business, right? Not selling our company out, folks. Our country was sold out.
Completely sold out.
Completely sold out. I mean, it is not rocket science. I've been saying this for a year. I don't care if you're a Republican or a Democrat or whatever you want to believe in. Jobs and factories here need to be here. Period. Duh. You know, I went to Walgreens like a year ago. I was going there. Hey, would you like to donate to, the inner city, problem that we have, for being, inner city poor or whatever? I said, what are we building them a factory?
Yeah, a place to go to work every day.
Yeah, and be proud of something.
Yeah, and to earn something and to raise a family and function in society and have a say and vote.
Yep. And buy a
really
house and send your
when
kids to
you're not a
college and actually own a car. And, it's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Most people that are functional vote. Most people that aren't functional don't. So that's kind of like the little trick here.
Yeah.
Whenever you're liberal with your finances, you oftentimes don't have any.
So here you go. This is another one good. This is a good one, Shady. Look at this. It's a time for it's a good time for re-election. They go through with the impeachment. Just look at all the fundraising money that came into him, Shady. Records.
Because it's crazy now.
People see what's
like
happening.
$300 million.
Right. I mean, this is at
$125 million since they announced impeachment.
Right. And Al Green even came on TV and said, "Hey, we can't beat him. We need to impeach him." Let's hear it.
What kind of comment is that? Who says that if you don't think you're completely protected by these people?
Panic.
Like, who would say that?
Panic.
Can you imagine? Like, I mean, who says that? Like, if let's say Newt Gingrich came out and said that about Clinton or something. I mean, like, what?
Yeah, rats.
It was never approached like this. It was always approached like a court case. This is supposed to be a court case.
What about impeachment?
Oh, this is the gesture, the court jesters.
If it's real, yeah.
I don't even know if it's real, Shady. It's not in the books. But the Adam Schiff censure that went down, it was defeated, but that's on the books. Okay, here we go.
And 200, every single Democrat supported the clown antics of that guy not reading the accurate transcript.
Crazy.
Like, not one Democrat said that's not okay, but we have Adam Schiff. That's not okay. I don't think it's okay. That's not okay. I'm not okay with that. We're not okay with it.
Let's listen to this real quick.
On Russia, on Mueller, on all this stuff, okay? And then they come up with this crazy concept of a perfect conversation. I'm serious. A very good lawyer said, you must have known this is going to become a public document because you spoke so nicely. This is not, we're talking about impeachment. To me, the word impeachment is a dirty, disgusting word. I didn't do a reason to be impeached. The only reason they're impeaching is because they look at the polls and they see Moody's just came out and said under all three scenarios, Trump wins easily.
351 electoral votes.
They see what's going on. They see the level of popularity when they look at Minnesota, Minneapolis was incredible. When they look at Dallas, when they look at Louisiana, when they look at North Carolina, the 2 seats we just picked up, they see what's going on. That's what they're doing. Congressman Al Green, a Democrat, said, we have to impeach him because he's going to win. This is what I'm up against. Who would do this? Who would play a dirty game like this?
Huh. Who, Shady?
Rats.
Rats, I tell you.
Swamp creatures.
Let's hear our president talk about Nancy. Here we go.
You talk about it hurting the country. He said, we better impeach him because we're not going to be able to beat him. That was the phrase.
Nobody believed the statement. But by the way, there's more than just him that made that statement. And, when you do a poll, well, every Democrat's going to say, hey, we want to win. Impeach him. Go ahead. It would be a terrible thing for the country if they did it, because then if you have a Democrat president, and someday you'll have this combination, I guess. If you have a Democrat, hopefully it's going to be a long time, but that's okay. You have a Democrat president.
You're running 16
years, right? You have a Republican
years, right?
House. So wait a minute.
That makes their heads explode.
We'll tell them we're running for 16 years.
Yeah.
But listen, John, if you have a Democrat as president, and you have a Republican House, and you have a speaker that's tough and
So, he
crazy.
Oh, no. There we go.
Like Pelosi, she's crazy. And if you have somebody like that, what happens is very simple. They're going to say, let's impeach the president. Let's check his phone calls. Oh, gee, there was a comma put in the wrong location. Let's impeach. It's supposed to be for high crimes and misdemeanors. I can't even believe that this wouldn't be a lawsuit. How can you take a president up? Now, again, they don't like to talk about the phone call because it was perfect. They don't like to talk about the whistle. Adam Schiff said he doesn't want the whistleblower anymore. You know why? Because he might have given the whistleblower the things to say.
He'd have to answer questions about Schiff and about his relationship with Biden.
Wow. Well, remember he also talked about Feinstein and the limo driver. Remember that?
He sure did. And he was so measured and precise in speaking of those things, like very, very precise. Like Feinstein had a driver for 20 years. Turned out to be a Chinese spy. No one said anything about it.
Except Q.
Except Q.
F, what is
the
it?
whistleblowers.
And S-T-E.
Those wonderful QAnon whistleblowers out there.
Damn it, why can't I spell her name right? How do you
Who
spell?
Are you trying to spell?
Feinstein.
F-E-I-N-S-T-I-N?
F-E-I-N-S-T-E-I-N. E-I-N. All right.
Like, just think Frankenstein, take out the Frank.
Franken. Put fine. Let me see. I think it's Killbox. Damn it. China. Let me just do China because this is interesting. I'm going to find the picture.
I'm searching too. There you go.
Of her car.
In China.
In China. Feinstein. Stone, whatever. Here it is. Feinstein. Here it is. Ready, guys? So remember our president talking about Feinstein? Look at Q post 10/9/18, folks. Feinstein. Q. Number 297. Where was this picture taken? Hanging on the flags of traditional only occurs in this part of the country for what holiday? Bloomberg, new evidence of hacked Super Micro Hydra found in U.S. telecom. Western intelligence contracts that the device was made at Super Micro subcontractor factory in Guangzhou, a port city in southeastern, where? Dun dun dun! China. Guangzhou is 90 miles upstream from Shenzhen, dubbed the Silicon Valley of hardware. What state does Feinstein represent?
California.
Google in China? Dragonfly? Look here, Russia! Do not look there, China. Okay? This is worth 43 minutes of your time. All inside roads lead to China are being closed. America is no longer for sale. Look at Feinstein's limo driver, folks.
This was October 9, 2018. The video in this Q drop is of the vice president a couple of days earlier at the Hudson Institute speaking about the threats of China. And we have in between then Joe Biden standing out there saying China's not out to eat our lunch.
No.
We're not allowed to investigate any of this because what? Why can we not investigate this stuff?
Because it's the truth, Shady. They're covering their crimes, as you and I know. I mean, and everybody out there know, right?
That's anything they don't want you to look at, think mirror.
Right.
If they tell you not to look, They're telling you the truth is there. Simple.
Look at this, guys. China. Here's the phones. I mean, China, guys. China.
They're going to have
DARPA.
their worst economic year in 57 years this year, Trump said.
Wow.
So they are going down. Like the currency manipulation is not going to work because of the strong dollar. That was only working because we had a weak dollar. And now that we have a strong dollar, it's not going to work for them. They can't extend credit the same way to all of these to all of the people there.
And I want to remind you that, this is does HRC care about you? If she cared about protecting you, would she sell out America's secrets and uranium to China? Russia, example one, right? They always thought the charges were brought by them. They would ultimately be safe. SC control. AS out. AS 187 Brennan, folks. Okay? That's Scalia, right? Justice. HRC appointments, end of all ends, final. Did Anthony Kennedy have a choice? What was the original plan according to HRC election win? What evidence was he shown? RBG replacement, lifetime appointment, age? What's at stake? Pain comes in many different forms, folks. Full control. Do you hear that? Full control. Enjoy the show, guys. Okay? I think this is all part of the movie, guys. Next week.
It's consistently going to happen, right? I mean, everything's unfolding in a way where they can't keep up. They can't cover up as fast as stuff is being uncovered. We don't necessarily have to uncover exactly what it is they're working on covering up. We're uncovering stuff over here, and they're covering this up, and we're uncovering, and they got to go over here. And so we got shovels everywhere, bud.
Right. I mean, what are oh boy, Shady.
What are shovels used for?
Digging.
I still love that. Look at that. I mean, so we've got it all, folks. All right. This is a good one from Chanel Rion at OAN, CIA, Ukraine specialist, Obama, Trump, NSC, Democrat, ex-White House, worked with Biden, CIA. I mean,
there's absolutely no evidence that Biden did it. Did you hear Anderson Cooper asking him the question? I know that there's no evidence.
Anderson who?
Anderson Vanderbilt asking Joe Biden the question about the Ukraine. He's apologizing for even asking him the question before he asked the question. Then he prefaces it by knowing that there's no information. When does a news person talk like that?
Right.
I don't talk like that.
No.
No one does.
But a bloodline does. It's trying to control your mind. Huh?
Whenever he's trying to protect his secrets.
Right. All right. So look, let's take a look at this. This is a preview of the full video from James O'Keefe.
Want to acknowledge that I know these tweets from Project Veritas.
He had already been accused of things prior, which I found
stuff
out,
like that,
which I found out later. But he would make advances if there was a social gathering and they were drunk, put his arms around them, try to touch their leg, try and build up emails to the level where he would get flirty and inappropriate. I'll tell you this, in the climate that's going on now, he definitely would have been fired.
And
the whole Me Too movement, where people are not afraid to do shit.
Yeah. Why is he not fired then?
I don't know. I mean, he's been in CNN for 20 years, so who knows?
He's actually very cute. But he's creepy.
So is that why he doesn't get fired? Because he's good at his job?
Partly, and he's very technical, so.
What do you mean?
Value him.
Okay. Like who?
And other higher-ups there. This is not an unusual thing in companies.
There's this girl who's 21. She's actually a good friend of mine. She had just got hired after being an intern.
Oh, wow.
And there was a going away party for a coworker, and we were all having a really good time.
Yeah.
She was very well liked. We were getting drunk.
Yeah.
He was at the party. She was drunk.
Yeah.
He started staying close to her, put arm around her, get a skirt on. I could see the hand. I grabbed her. It looked like I was being the assaulter because I grabbed her so aggressively.
Yeah.
To keep her from him. I goon on her. I'm like, come over here.
Because this is open knowledge. It's not like a Me Too thing. But there was this other girl who's with NA, and I feel like we basically had the same level of experience. Sure. And a job just kind of appeared out of nowhere, and it was never posted online. Oh, shit. And this girl always worked pretty closely with Steve. All of us on the desk would help Steve out with stuff. Yeah, of course. But this girl worked pretty closely with him, and he would email her. I mean, he emails all of us, but he would email her and was very friendly to her. And then she just like got a job working on his team, and she was like, oh, it's hush hush, like the job was never posted anywhere.
Okay, what's his name?
I love what they're doing, Matrixxx. I love it because we're shredding them just piece by piece. The D class. One of the first ones. In the, what number was that? 99. Yep. And then also talks about Soros right there, and we have Obama meeting with Alex Soros and Rob De Niro, and nothing to see here. Ed Buck. Yeah, and the child molester. Mm-hmm. He's actually, do you know the Ed Buck guy is a super delegate in California? He's a super delegate. Yeah, I would say most of them are. We have, but it's good to always watch it.
I really don't believe I would.
The ultimate goal in life has been becoming the President of the United States. Would you like to be the President of the United States?
I really don't believe I would, Rona, but I would like to see somebody as the President who could do the job, and there are very capable people in this country.
Most people who are capable are not running for office. Most men are frightened of politics today.
It is a shame, isn't it?
Yes.
It is a shame. The most capable people are not necessarily running for political office, and that is a very sad commentary on the country. They had major corporations and they had this and that, but they are not running for political office.
Why wouldn't someone like yourself run for political office? You have all the money that you possibly need. You've accomplished a great deal, even though you are only 34. I know there's a lot of things that you possibly can do in the years ahead. Why wouldn't you dedicate yourself to public service?
Because I think it's a very mean life. I would love and I would dedicate my life to this country, but I see it as being a mean life, and I also see it as somebody with strong views and somebody with the kind of views that are maybe a little bit unpopular, which may be right, but may be unpopular, wouldn't necessarily have a chance of getting elected against somebody with no great brain but a big smile. And that's a sad commentary for the political process.
Television, in a strange way, has ruined that process, hasn't it?
It's hurt the process very much. I mean, the Abraham Lincolns of the world. Abraham Lincoln would probably not be electable today because of television. He was not a handsome man, and he did not smile at all. He would not be considered to be a prime candidate for the presidency, and that's a shame, isn't it?
But if all the men are like you, then when are we going to get somebody who might be good?
I don't know. I hope it's around the corner, but I don't know. I really don't know. What I would like to be involved in is trying to help choose somebody, or working with a group of people whereby they put up a candidate who would be acceptable to be a presidential, to be the president. The country, if we had the one man, and it's really not that big a situation. You know, people say, well, what could anybody do as president? The one man could turn this country around. The one proper president could turn this country around. I firmly believe that.
Huh. That's an amazing interview.
It's amazing that it's 36 years before he actually ran for president.
Yeah, he was like 30,
he was 34 there.
Yeah. Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's right.
So this is a quest to impeach the president regardless of what the truth may be or what is just. Very amazing. Oh, here we go. Adam Schiff going for a physical.
Physical.
Deep breath for me.
Impeachment.
Mr. Schiff, are you aware you don't have a pulse?
Is that a problem? It's never really been an issue before.
Oh my God! And the president retweeted that. In fact, let me just see. Oh, this is a really good. The coup and sedition is real. They want a socialist. They want the socialist elite-driven society. That's what they want.
They do.
Vote red or lose it all forever. That's from Joseph Flynn. Let's check it out. Look at this. Each and every one of you are traitors. Each and every one of you. There he is in the background. Obama coming in.
Coming 44.
Yeah. Yeah.
Coming 44.
Wow.
We see you.
Yeah. You know.
Sure aren't endorsing anyone. Not helping any of the Democrat candidates for office this year at all. Kind of stingy with your time there, Mr. President.
Isn't that crazy?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
who would do? You know, if you're so popular, why not? Why aren't you out there helping somebody?
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can. Yes, we can. As you say. As you say. As you say.
That just gives me chills every time I hear it. God. All right, so there you go. Yes, we can, right? Or no, we can't. No, we can't. Period. Shady.
Not what his can is.
No.
We're going down a different road.
Yes. All right, so this is hilarious and true. If the Dems and the rhinos, if you guys keep voting for this stupid crap instead of more jobs and more everything else, this is what you're going to get. Even more. You think it's bad now?
Oh my gosh. Where's all your money gone, Donnie?
Taxes. 9, 10, 11. Let me fix my houses.
But it's okay. It's part of the game.
No, it's not.
It's not fun. It's not fun to what?
It's the worst part of the game.
Oh, it's what?
Taxes.
I love you, Donnie. So
it's the worst part of the game.
If you vote blue, this is what you're gonna get. More of that. And red rhinos, dude. Look, I keep saying Democrats, we do too, but whatever. We know who it is. And oh, by the way, Shady, Myth, who is Myth? My name is Pierre Delecto.
Wait, who is here?
Pierre Delecto. Yes.
Wait a minute, Pierre Delecto. Who is that? Are you on Twitter?
I'm Pierre Delecto. I love Mitt Romney.
You're a big fan of Mitt?
I love the Mitt Romney. Yeah,
Well, I tell you, Mitt's been very vocal lately.
Bonjour.
Are you Mitt Romney?
No, I am Pierre Delecto.
Mitt.
Pierre Delecto.
Are you in the pickle factory?
I'm Pierre Delecto. Do not be messing with Pierre Delecto.
What a freaking funny story this week.
Yeah.
So, with Mitt Romney having a fake Twitter account and getting outed.
Meet Pierre Delecto. Earlier today, the Atlantic's McKay Copens published a lengthy profile of Mitt Romney, apparently part of Mitt Romney's effort to set himself up as the noble Republican foil to an out-and-out control of president. These sorts of pieces, which are more about narrative setting than anything else, typically don't contain a lot of new information, but this one was notable. About midway through, the usual guarded senator revealed that just like a fellow lone voice of reason haver, James Comey, he was his own secret Twitter account named
Delightful Pierre
Delecto. Very, very delightful Pierre.
Let's see. Can Pierre do Brit Hume?
Brit Hume can interview Pierre Delecto.
Where's Bill Clinton?
I don't know. Hey, Pierre, go ahead and say something good about me, okay? Oh, we, Bill Clinton.
We don't know which Twitter account we're looking at. I gotta go get another Twitter.
Oh my God, we need more kill boxes, guys, because we got.
There's no telling what these guys are, but I think that interesting whistleblower Q told us that lots of people have fake Twitter accounts.
Yes, they do, and
interesting that we're seeing one here right now.
Yep, he said I'm following 668 people,
and I'm attacking Trump.
There he is.
And other Republican people, too, like Lindsey Graham. I think he went after Lindsey Graham as that account and a few other people. Like, he seemed like he didn't care that people knew. I think that's very embarrassing that you have to go get a fake account to push your narrative.
And name yourself Pierre Delecto. I mean, how do we get that name, Shady? How do we?
Delightful Peter.
QAWS 9876, otherwise known as Pierre Delecto. I love that. But I mean, this is news you just can't make up, folks. But obviously we knew, you knew, Anons knew, Shady knew, I knew, you knew that these guys have bogus Twitter accounts all the time.
And what they do with them is even more disturbing.
Now, this is amazing. And we can tell you who it is, Devin. Let's listen to this. Ready? Here we go. This is amazing. Here we go.
Spoke to you yesterday. You said it could be securities fraud. I want to ask you, because basically what you're saying is there's all of these robot accounts, you call them bots, robot accounts, and you think that there's robot farms which are owned or operated by political campaigns, or what?
Well, remember, it was the Democrats and the left, who complained about the bot farms. They said that Trump only won because of Russian bot farms. You had Hillary Clinton yesterday accuse Tulsi Gabbard of having bot farms. Well, we know that there are bot farms out there with anonymous accounts that attack me. Twitter knows it. Okay?
And you say that they're
Twitter
selling advertising based on those,
advertising based on those
and that's
numbers.
where you come up with securities fraud.
That's one issue, right? So, what percentage of the accounts out there are actually just fake accounts, right? That are just really some guy sitting in his underwear somewhere in his basement with 50 accounts that he sits all day on the computer
1,500
attacking
times 4 is what
someone
I know
or some
right now.
group or some party.
And some political group is running.
And here's their big problem that they're not being honest about. When prominent Democrats have bot farms or even parody accounts that are built on them, they get taken down almost immediately, okay? But with me, here we are in court, and they're so negligent and so arrogant that now I think they're putting their own company in danger.
Question. Do you think Q has talked about bot accounts before?
Yes.
Huh. You're right.
On a number of occasions.
So here's 4418. Twitter, clowns, Operation T2810C, false drops, bot, push, future conspiracy, push to norms, bad, mixed with good, taint. They are scared, Q. And Q responds to that and says, MZ to step down as chairman, MZ out of US, at Jack. Good luck, Q. Again, 4618, spread out by design. MSNBC next, at Jack. No PG bot push post RC. Saving for Monday? Waiting? Open the door. At Snowden. Close to door. Q.
Welcome to the mainstream. Yep. We knew this day would come. Glimpse. What to expect. POTUS Twitter comments. Liberal Democrats. Fake news worldwide. Fake MAGA supporters. Bandwagon shills.
Sorry.
Paid shills. Media matters. Intel infiltration. Negative dissemination. MSM infiltration. Negative dissemination. Twitter bot attack. Twitter controls direction. Fake accounts. Facebook, Twitter, etc. create massive accounts of fake user accounts for SP. Fake user growth percentage. Bot use, etc. All activated past 24 hours. Full attack mode, brute force, false, violent, narrative push. Ask yourself why. Enjoy the show. And this is a good way to get out all of this stuff too, as far as the all of the attacks directly. The violent attacks on people are coming from these bot farms.
Yep. Yeah, and we've been attacked. We've been victimized by these bot farms, Shady.
People don't talk like that. The way people have spoken and written stuff to me, the mean, nasty stuff, like people don't talk like that.
No, if they did, they'd get slapped upside the head.
Not in public, not that I see anyway.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, nobody would say that, first of all.
Right.
I mean, it's crazy. In my real life, people are happy for me and happy for you and happy for the show. Press 45 if you guys are loving this show. And please share it out. And guys, man, wow.
Press 45 if you're not a bot.
I'm not a bot. Oh my gosh. So Shady, that's about an hour. I want to remind you guys, we've been hit really hard. We cannot do live stream. We did have a Q Lounge live though, live on the Truth for Freedom YouTube. That link is in here. Shady's back, and I tell you, I watched it twice, Shady.
You watched it twice?
I did. I watched it twice. It was a very good show, very motivating as well. And if you guys have not seen the Q Lounge Live, it's actually on this channel as well, but mostly get over and watch the live version and open the chats, guys. If you open the chats, you can see the links that people are dropping, all the conversation. Yes. It's very good. Truth for Freedom on YouTube, link down below. Also, guys, we're being attacked really hard. We're, keeping up, but, we're kind of having a little bit of a funding issue, but I have an idea, Shady, with the Patreon. I'm gonna announce a giveaway.
That's cool.
Okay, and I'm gonna do a giveaway, and it's gonna be something really big. Okay, but it's got to meet a certain,
criteria.
Exactly correct. So there's Patreon. Please get over there right now. I'm gonna think about this. Let's see. It's the 22nd. We will have an announcement here in the next few days on what that is to be. Also, get over to Teespring. Get a shirt if you'd like. I mean, look at this. I love my beach towel, by the way. These beach towels are amazing. We've got many different things to offer you. Get out there, show your support, and we love you guys so very, very much. All right. And Shady, any last words as we are cruising to the outro pick?
There is a couple of things I want to throw out there to you guys real quick. Matrixx, if you'll swing over to Discord, there's an announcement from Sydney that I dropped in to your DM there that just came out within the last few minutes while we were
Good. I was looking for news today. Good call. Let me put this.
Yeah, I'd like to do this.
Oh my gosh. Here we go.
We're getting close to that. I know Trinity's there.
No,
she's close.
But we need this. Sydney, thank you for tweeting this. Go ahead and run this down.
Yeah, I just wanted to show the audience this and let everyone know that she's saying that they just filed the reply in support of the motion to compel the government to produce the exculpatory evidence working on the redacted copies so we can file publicly. So it looks like they've gotten their motion filed and their arguments in order and submitted for the reveal of exculpatory evidence against him. I don't see any court with a decent judge that's going to refuse him that. So this is great news in my opinion. And please, much support from them. And also a little shout out to Hong Kong from me and Matrixxx and Freedom Worldwide. There is on October 24th, Catalina and Hong Kong are standing together. Look at this, guys. You want to see what freedom looks like?
Wow.
It's coming together, okay? So we need to get the people of Syria, the people of Lebanon, the people of Libya, the people of all of these places, Mexico, people. We need people standing up against the corrupt regime and the corrupt banking structure that controls you. So let's join in the other people and stand against the NBA and up for freedom, guys.
Wow.
And Matrixxx, that's what I had to say this morning.
They were I saw that they were spraying protesters with water, with blue dye.
Ink.
Yeah.
They're spraying them with ink.
Yeah.
They're spraying the streets with ink from fire engines, man.
I mean, this is what...
And they're molesting. Any females that are getting arrested are being sexually assaulted, and any males are being pummeled.
Wow.
So anyone they're catching is getting the brunt end. 2 million people standing up, and we have the Chinese military condemning on them. Remember, 20 years ago, they were told their rights as peaceful people would never be taken away whenever they were turned over to China.
Right.
Here we are 20 years later, and we're watching freedom lose footing on planet Earth.
And look, they're getting violence, doxing, and online harassment. I wonder who gets that too. Anybody that wants freedom gets violence, doxing, and online harassment.
That's correct. It's a very simple recipe. If you want freedom, you're going to get attacked.
That's right.
Simple as that, guys.
And that's why I'm here. And I'm Jeffrey Peterson. I run the In the Matrixxx account on Twitter, Shady. And I do this show here with you, man. And I'm very proud of it, my friend.
We're fighting for freedom. All you Anons out there, you Patriots, we're fighting for freedom. Don't stop. Don't give up.
It's why I fight. Children, freedom, future, kids,
love,
their kids,
liberty,
kids,
light.
kids. Right. Would you rather be controlled by fear, Shady, or love?
Love.
Right. Me too. All right, Shady, final words.
Much love to everyone out there. Trinity's on the phone. We got to jump out. It's Tuesday. Coming up on Wednesday, we got a big day tomorrow. I think we have Mr. Zach Voorhees. Am I correct?
Yeah, I've got to do that. Yes, we're going to get Zach on at some point tomorrow. It could be... later? I don't know when. I got to get his time, but we are Wednesday.
If we have to film it a little bit later or put it up the next day, we can, but he's on the menu for real soon, and a couple other things coming down the pipe.
Yep, Zach Voorhees, who is the Google whistleblower, folks. You do not want to miss it. And guys, thank you very much for your support. Much needed, folks. Get over there to Patreon. I'm going to announce something very soon, folks. All right, man. Keep watching the news, digital soldiers. Keep up the fight. Prayers for everybody out there. Much, much love. Peace.